Happy New Year to everyone. Today is the 31st, that was yesterday, the 1st of January, 2019, and I said I was going to ring in the new year video-wise, though not gaming-wise, because I did play a different game this morning, with my game of 2018, which was definitely Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. And we're going to do some girl power today. I'm playing with Luna Lovegood and Hermione Granger. I tried to film Luna and Hermione taking on game 7 from the base game, and I made 3 starts and it was all terrible. It was unbelievably bad. The villains that I drew, the combinations were so terrible that I stood no chance. The mission was pretty much impossible to accomplish. Then I did it again in the afternoon yesterday, and it worked out. So the two of them dispensed with Lord Voldemort really handily, which goes to show that the game can be a little bit imbalanced, because if you get a certain combination of villains out, it can be essentially unwinnable, and you will know pretty much after 5 turns or 6 turns. So now we're going to play box 1 from the Monster Box of Monsters. You get a couple of new cards in the offering, some of which allow you to banish cards from your hand, so basically to remove them from the game. We also have the detention cards. There are 20, so I've now sleeved 7 because I'm only playing with 2 hands, so if I need more I can still sleeve more. I assume that these will become part of your deck as the game goes on. You don't just draw them, I think you're told to do so. We have 3 locations. We've got the castle gates for 1. We've got Hagrid's hut and the Great Hall. There are also a couple of new allies, spells and items, like this harp. And you get encounter cards. These act like Horcruxes. You have to get rid of them. The villain deck consists of Lord Voldemort from the base game, game 5, so that's his incarnation. We've got several creatures, 1, 2, 6, and then we draw 5 random villains, and I'm actually not going to reveal to myself which they are. I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I haven't really looked at the creature cards at all, except I looked at the pictures. I don't really know what they do. I mean, they are all kind of like well known. I mean, Fluffy, I think, is in the first book, I think. Yeah, I think he's one of the things that guards the Philosopher's Stone. So here we've got a villain deck. And now I need to check how many we actually reveal on our first game. Oh, we reveal 3. Okay. So with the expansion, every hero from the base game got a new hero card. For Hermione Granger, it used to be the case that if she played 4 or more spells on her turn, that was, I think, the most recent incarnation, any one hero would get 1 wingnut. Now, any 2 heroes, or was it I think every hero gains 1 wingnut. Now, any 2 heroes each gain 1 attack. So it's now definitely more towards the fighting. She has the defense against the dark arts proficiency card, because that worked out really well for her. Luna Lovegood has the ability that each time the first time you draw an extra card on your turn, any one hero gains 2 hearts. So she wants to get cards that allow her to draw cards on her turn, and she will be taking flying lessons, because once per turn you may discard 5 wing nuts. If you do, remove 1 from the location, because that is really key, and worked out really well. So Hermione goes first. We will reveal 3 villains, and we reveal a Death Eater, a Dementor. They are actually from the creature deck, so they are new. And Dolores Umbridge. Okay, so let's see, we've got... So first we draw a Dark Encounter card. Active hero loses 2, and all other heroes lose 1. And we lose 2 because of the Dementor. So first of all, we're going to get 1 attack. And we have 4 Alohumoras. And we're not going with the Quidditch gear just yet. No, we're not going to go with Ginny because of her, so we're going to take this card instead. And since we played 4 spells, 2 players each get 1 attack, and she's going to assign the attack to the Dementor. And she draws back up to 5 cards. Next up is Luna. Luna draws a card, and it is Blast Ended. The previous hero loses 1 heart and discards a card. Now that's good, because when she discards a card, because of either a Dark Arts card, Hermione, when she is forced to discard a card because of a Dark Arts card or a villain ability. Let's see, what are we going to do? No, we're going to discard Alohomora. What happens is she automatically gains 1 heart and 1 attack because of her defense against the Dark Arts lessons, where she took owls and exceeded. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're gonna... Oh, and she loses 2 because of this. So we are going to bite the bullet. We're going to take this card because it allows her to draw a card on her turn, which triggers her ability, but it means we also get to take in 1 heart loss because of Miss Umbridge. And we have 1 that we're going to assign to the Dementor, and we draw up to 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Hermione Granger draws 1 card. All heroes reveal the top card of their deck. I wonder what happens if they don't have one, because they only have a discard pile, but never mind. So let's see what we've got, and we reveal, and it is a pensive, so nothing happens to Luna. And for Hermione, it is a spell. She does discard it. She loses 2 hearts, but then she gains 1 and 1 attack because of her defense against the Dark Arts. She also loses 2 more because of the Dementor. And she is going to attack the Dementor for 2. And she has 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. She's going to use both for herself, and she's going to get a Chocolate Frog and a Confundus spell. And since it is a spell, she can put it on the top of her deck. And we replace the offering. Okay, she wants the Quidditch gear. The reason is that Luna Lovegood has a card which is the lion head-shaped hat, and if she has it in her hand and another player has Quidditch gear, or is it Quidditch gear or Quidditch related stuff? I don't know. Then this gives a nice synergy. So Luna draws a card. All heroes choose 1, discard an ally or lose 2 hearts. Luna is going to lose 2 hearts. Hermione Granger is going to discard an ally because it means she gets 1 heart back and 1 attack because of her ability. And next up, Luna loses 2 hearts. She plays her Spectre Specs, which allows her to look at the top card of the Dark Arts deck. And we're actually going to take that one. She's going to give herself 2 hearts back. And she has 4 in total to buy stuff with. And she's going to buy a Reparo. Okay, we are going to leave this card. So, all heroes lose 1. And we lose 1 more because of him. We add 1 to the location. And then we are stunned. So we lose half of our cards. We lose this marker, unfortunately. And we do 1, 2, and that's all we do. 7. And we only draw 4 cards. Two, 3, 4. And Luna also only drew 4 cards on her turn. Okay. For each card with a value of 4 or more in hand, active hero loses 1 heart. That doesn't happen, but she does get stunned. So she drops 2 Alohumoras. Any 2 heroes each gain 1 and draw a card. Her ability does not kick in. Unfortunately, she can't give herself anything back, but she does draw a card, and she gains a lion's hat. Let's see if we've got Quidditch gear. And we don't, but, you know, still, we have 3, and for 3 we're going to get nothing. So we're not going to buy anything for this, because the Quidditch gear needs to go to Hermione. So she's now stunned, and no longer stunned. So she draws... This is Hermione, so she does draw 5 cards. 1, 5. Okay, so remove 2 from all villains. Lose 2. Gain 1. Gain 1. So she's got 5 altogether. She's gonna get the Quidditch gear, and she's going to assign 2 to the Dementor. So let's see. In order to get rid of this, we need to play 2 cards with an even money value. Okay. So let's see if we can do this. We draw 1 card for Luna, and it is all heroes lose 1 heart for each creature. Okay, so that's easy. We only have 1, and that's the Dementor. He also makes her lose 1 more. So let's see what we've got. She's got 4 Alohumoras and 1 crumple-horned Snorkack. So she's going to use this one to gain 1 attack, and then she's going to use 4, and she will use the one that she got to gain Descendo and lose 1 heart because of Miss Umbridge. 2, 4, 6, 7. So she's going to kill the Dementor. The active, so basically all heroes gain 2 hearts. And we remove 1 from the location. We draw 1 more card, and it's the Basilisk. Heroes cannot draw extra cards, so at the moment her special ability is kind of negated, even if she had a card that would allow her to draw additional cards. But we also lose 1 heart each because of the Death Eater. So now it's Hermione, and she draws a card. Menacing Growl. All heroes lose 1 heart for each card in hand with value of exactly 3. She doesn't have any. And Luna has 1. We really need to get rid of this guy. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we can buy stuff for. I want this one to go to Luna. Tergeo is nice. We're going to go for Ginny Weasley and lose 1 heart. And go back 1, 2, 3, because we need to get, and this is the funny thing, we need to play 2 cards that have an even value. At the moment we don't have any cards, or nobody has had 2 cards in one go that were of even value, because we're still basically playing starter cards. Okay, so draw 1 card. Active hero loses 2 hearts, and all other heroes lose 1. So we have, first of all, this. We gain 1, and we can look at the top card of the deck. And this would be fine for Hermione, so we're actually going to keep this card. 1 more. She can't draw a card because of the Basilisk. 2 and 2 more. So she's now got 6. I don't care, we have to get Severus Snape, even if it means we lose 1. 2. 3, 4, 5. We need to, this doesn't do anything. So let's see, we gain 1, we gain 2, we gain 1 plus 1 heart. Any one hero gains 1 heart and 1 money. Yeah, all heroes gain 1. And we're going to get Tergeo. I'm going to put 1 on the Basilisk. She actually would only have drawn 4 cards because of the add 1, gain 2, any 2 heroes each gain 1. Unfortunately, we don't draw any cards. Does she have Quidditch gear in her hand? She does not. Gain 1 and gain 1. We're not going to buy anything. We're going to do 2 to the Basilisk, and we're going to spend 5 flying lessons, money, and remove 1 from the location. She draws 4 cards. 2, 3, 4. These cards have no value, so we can't attack the Pesky Pixie Pesteranome. Okay, so we have, let's see. Aha, all heroes lose one. And one more, and then we put one on here. Okay, so first of all we gain one attack. And then we have 4. And we are going to invest in George Weasley. It means we lose 1 heart, so now we only draw 4 cards. We put one on the basilisk. 1, 2, 3, 4. Racing Troll. The next hero loses 2 and add 1 to the location. Okay, let's see. So first of all, gain 1. And we're going to look at the top card, and it is active hero loses 1 card and discards a card. Yeah, we like this. We will do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she's got 5 in total, which she's going to invest in removing something from the location. Put these away. It's Hermione's turn. Hermione is like totally going to lose 1. Then she's going to discard this card. She gets 1 back and she gets 1 attack back because of this. She has Quidditch gear, which allows her to draw 1 and 1 heart. Then she gains 1 because of Confundus. And she gains 1 more through Alohomora. So she has 3 attack, which she assigns to the basilisk, and her 2 money won't do anything for her, so they just go away unused. But that is fine. She only draws back 4 cards though. So she now has a hand of 4. She still doesn't have 2 cards that are worth even numbers. Let's see. Luna also draws 4 cards only. She draws 1 dark arts card. All heroes lose 1 heart and cannot draw extra cards this turn. Okies. Could be worse. 1. Three. Sure, we're going to get Reparo. We add this to the basilisk. 2, 4, 6, 8. It is dead. Struck down. All heroes draw a card. 1. So that's all she needs to actually get her hand, and then she draws 1 more. We draw 1 as well, and we remove 1 from the location. So now we draw a villain, and it is Draco Malfoy, which means that everyone loses a heart, and Luna is now stunned, so we add 1 again to the location. She discards 2 cards from her hand, and she's going to discard 2 Alohomoras. So now it is our friend Hermione. Let's see what happens to Miss Granger. Mors Mordre. She's stunned. And she loses half her cards. So she's going to do this. And I'm not actually sure if her ability would kick in, her defense against the dark arts, because it's not the dark arts card or a villain's ability that makes her lose the cards or discard the cards, but she has to discard them because she's stunned. So the way I play it is she doesn't get any benefit. So she has 2 that she's going to actually spend to get Tergeo. And she's going to spend this to attack Miss Umbridge. No, we're actually going to get rid of Mr. Malfoy, because because we really don't like him. So she's now at the end of her turn, 10, so she gets 5 cards. Luna is also stunned. So active hero loses 2 hearts, nothing happens. Okay, so she gains 2. She gains 1. 2 hearts doesn't do anything, but she gets to roll the green die. And everyone gains 1 attack. And she gains another attack. So she has 2, 4, 5 attacks in total, which she's like totally going to assign to this guy. We remove 1 from the location. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hermione loses 1 heart. She goes back to 10. And let's see what we have for Hermione. Active hero chooses another hero to lose 2 hearts. And Tarantalegra, sorry. Active hero loses 1 heart and cannot assign more than 1 attack to each villain. Okay, it's not too terrible. Okay, haha. First we're going to play this. Gain 1. You may banish a card from in your hand if it is an item, draw a card. We're not going to do this just yet. We're going to play Chocolate Frog. Any one hero gains 1 and 1 heart. So we're going to give this to ourselves. But we have played 2 with an even value. So this is completed. Then we're going to play an ally and get this. We're going to play Confundus, which gives us this. And then we're going to gain 1 through Alohomora. Now, the Confundus charm tells us that if we assign at least 1 attack to each villain, and we can't assign more than 1 attack to any one villain anyway, and we also remove 1 from the location. So we are going to do this because we have to. So each one gets 1 pain. We're going to remove this. And we have 3 money. For 3 money we can't get anything. But that's not too bad either. Because at the moment we are in no hurry. So this game actually plays a lot slower, which I like because you get the chance to build up your deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. What does this one say? Each time a hero shuffles their deck, put a detention in it first. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, all heroes lose 1 heart for each card in hand with a value of exactly 3. Nothing for Luna. And nothing for... Oh yes, 1 thing for Miss Granger. Okay. Luna first plays this card to gain 1 money and to check the top card of the... Okay, we want this. We want to discard a card. Gain 1. Gain 1. Gain 1 and gain 1. What we are going to do is we're going to invest this really well in flying lessons, and we're going to remove 1 from the location. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aha. Here we need to roll the dice to complete this. Okay. Goody. Okay, we know that this happens. We're going to discard this card. We're going to gain a heart and gain an attack for this. Gain 1. Does anybody else have a Weasley? No, they don't. So we get to roll the red die. And we roll our money, which isn't what we were looking for, but we still get it. Gain 1 more money. Gain 1 attack and 1 heart. And gain either 2 money or 1 money. For 2 money, we will do it because then we have 4 money and we can buy the Hogwarts A History. And each time you play a card with an even value, 1 card, any one hero gains 1 heart. But we didn't this time. Oh, we did. And we're going to give this to Luna. Okay, we have 4 attack and we're going to assign those to Miss Umbridge. And we're going to lose 1 heart because of the decree that you cannot. So, okay, we have 3. Then we put 1 detention in our deck because we need to shuffle. And this is where Tergeo comes in. Because you want to get rid of these cards. So she draws up to 5. Does she have Quidditch? She does. Woohoo! Okay, so now it's Ms. Lovegood. She draws a card. Active hero loses 1 heart, and then we reveal an additional Dark Arts event. Imperio. Active hero chooses another hero to lose 2 hearts, then reveal an additional card. Hand of Glory. Active hero loses 1 heart and adds 1 to the location. Okay, so first of all we have the Lion Hat. If another hero has a broom or Quidditch gear in hand, which we do, she gains an additional attack. Gain 1. Any 2 heroes each gain 1 Wingnut and draw a card. So we draw a card. Over here we draw a card. Oh, she now needs to put this in. And now her ability comes in. We can give 2 hearts to 1 person. And I believe we are going to give it to Hermione. Then we have the Crumplehorn Snorkack, which gives her 1 attack. She has this. She's going to draw a card, which is an Alohomora. And then she's going to draw a card again. Let's hope for something good. And it's an Alohomora. It's not something good. So we have 6 in total. And we are going to hire ourselves for 5, and we're going to lose 1 heart for this, but we're also going to put 2 hurt on Ms. Umbridge. I'm always surprised that they never made a Rita Skeeter villain. That would have been great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, we draw a card and we lose 2. Let's see what we've got. First of all, we have Mr. Weasley. We gain 1 attack. We roll the blue die, the red die, sorry. And we're money again. Well, I mean, he is a Weasley. They were out to make money. Does anyone have another Weasley? No. Okay, we gain 1. We gain 1 more. We're not going to banish anything. We have 2 Alohomoras. We gain 2 more. And we're going to gain 1 heart and 1 attack. So we've got 6. And for 6, we're going to gain an ally. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We played 4. So any 2 heroes each gain 1 attack. And this gets replaced. And we're going to assign 2, 4, 6. 1 to Miss Umbridge. 1 to each of the Death Eaters. Oh, just give it to 1. She goes away. We lose 1 heart though because we hired a very expensive person on her. And each time you play a card with an even value, we did it. We played 4. We played 3, so 3 hearts go back. 1, 2, 3. So now we gain 2 hearts each, and each person gains 1 money. And we replace the villain, and we have a troll creature. Active hero chooses 1, lose 2, or put a detention in your discard pile. Okay, so first of all, each one loses 2 hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, draw a card. Okay, we roll the green die and see what happens. Card. All heroes discard a card. We like discarding cards, don't we, precious? Because we gain a heart and we gain an attack for it. Yep, we're gonna discard an Alohomora. Gain 2 attack, plain and simple. Gain 1. Wingnut. Look at the top card of the dark defense against the dark arts cards. Yeah, why not? We'll leave this one. Gain 1. Gain 1 and 2 hearts, and roll the green die. And we roll a card, which is good, so it means we have completed this one. So we're just going to put one of these here. Okay. We have 4 euros. Oh, sorry. Lose 2 or put a... Yeah, we're going to lose 2. Okay. We have 4. We're going to get Incendio for this. Draw a card. And we have 4, which we're going to assign to this guy. And as a reward, all of us gain 1 heart, which we're going to lose immediately. And we remove 1 from the location. Then we draw a card. And it is Fluffy. For each item in hand, active hero chooses 1, lose 1 heart, or discard a card. Okay, we like this. So first of all heroes lose 1 heart and cannot draw any cards this turn. For each in hand, lose 1 or discard a card. We have 2 items, so we're going to discard 2 cards. We're going to draw 2 hearts, and we're going to draw 2 attacks. We have Quidditch. 1, we can't get any higher, and we can roll a Hogwarts die, and we're going to roll the yellow die, the Hufflepuff die, because we want to get hearts. And we do. Students out of bed encounter. Each time a hero shuffles their deck, put a detention in it first. Once per game, you may discard this card, then all heroes may banish a card in their hand or discard pile. Okay. We played 1 card that has an even value, so Luna gains 1 heart. We have 1 euro, which we can't do anything with, and then we're going to assign 4. Did we do this? We didn't, did we? Okay. We're going to assign 4 to the troll. I really don't like the troll. Okay. Heroes do not collect the rewards for defeating villains and creatures. Play 2 allies, 2 items, and 2 spells in 1 turn. That's how you get rid of this one. Ooh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need cards that allow us to draw cards. Otherwise, this is not going to work. Okay. Goody. Luna. She has 3 cards, and she needs to draw 2 more. You roll a green die. And all heroes lose 1 heart. We're going to discard detention. and we're going to lose 2 hearts. And we're going to lose 2 more. We have 4, and for the 4 we're going to get reparo, because we need to start card draw. Okay. All heroes lose 3 hearts. Let's see. For each item in hand, active hero chooses 1. I've got 2 items. We're going to discard 2 cards. We're going to gain 2 hearts. We're going to gain 2 attacks. And then we are going to lose 2 hearts because of the troll. We're going to play an ally. We're going to play this. Any one hero gains 1 wingnut and 1 heart. I'm going to give this to Luna, and since it cost 2, we're also going to give her an additional 1. And then we're going to gain 1, which doesn't help us, but we are going to kill the troll. We're not going to gain its benefits though. For each card in hand with an even value, active hero loses 2 hearts. Okay. So we're each going to lose 1. 3, 4. 5. Okay. We draw 1 card. Okay, we are stunned, and we add 2 to this. Lose our... and then lose 2 cards. Okay, good. This one doesn't apply to us, and this one doesn't apply to us either. So, we gain 1. That's only an aside. What we want to do is we want to look at the top card. Raging Troll. The next hero loses 2 hearts and add 1 to the location. That's fine. Gain 1. If you also played an item, which we did, gain an attack. And roll the blue die. And everyone draws a card. And then we draw 2. And we gain 2 of these. We play a pensive. Any 2 heroes each gain 1 and draw a card. And since we had a card draw on hers, we gain 2 for Hermione. See what she got. Choose 1, gain 2 or draw a card. If she gains 2, she gets 5. She could totally, yeah, we're going to do this, and we're going to get Dobby, the house elf. And we are going to we're going to get rid of the pixies. Okay. Heroes do not play 2 allies, 2 items, and 2 spells in 1 turn. Okay. The next hero loses 2 hearts. And add 1 to the location. Okay. Okay. What we're going to do is we are going to... yeah, we're going to use students out of bed. That's a weird sleeve. Sorry, I just needed to re-sleeve that card. So we're going to banish this card, and it allows us to we can discard this, and then all heroes may banish a card in the hand or discard pile. We're going to do this because we both have a detention that we should get rid of because it just clogs up your hand. Okay, so that was that. For each item in hand, active hero chooses lose 1 heart or discard a card. I've got 1 item, 2 items, and I'm going to discard 2 cards to gain 2 hearts, 1, 2, and 2 attacks, 1, 2. For each card in hand with an even value, active hero loses 2. I have 1, so I lose 2 hearts. Gain 1. Gain 1 and 1 heart. Gain 1 and 1 euro. So we have 5 attack in total. So we're going to do the following. We're going to assign 2, 3 to this one. We're going to assign 1 to Fluffy and 1 to the Death Eater, which allows us to remove 1 from the location because we assigned 1 to each villain. We could gain 2, which would give us 4. Or we don't, but give 1 to her as well. And get Finite. The pixies go away. All heroes, we don't reap any rewards, but we all lose... Oh god, it's him. He's terrible. He needs to go. Okay. It is Luna. She draws a card and she draws Obliviate. All heroes choose 1. Discard a spell or lose 2 hearts. She's going to discard a spell. And Hermione hasn't even drawn back up. What did she get? Did she get the special thing? No, she didn't, did she? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see what we've got. Yeah, super. We're going to discard a card, which means we gain 1 heart and 1 attack. Good. So let's see. For each item in hand, lose 1 heart or discard a card. She has 1 item in hand, so she's going to lose 1 heart. Okay, so... No, actually she's not. She's going to discard this card because she can't buy anything anyway. She has only got 2. Okay, so let's see. Draw a card. And give some... Take away some pain. She's going to heal her. And gain 1 and 2 hearts and roll the green die. And everyone gets an attack, which is not too bad. And then we have 1 attack. She could get 3. Would that help? No, it wouldn't. So we're going to risk it. We're going to draw a card. It's probably going to be an Alohomora, but God knows, it might not be. It might be something sensible. It is an Alohomora. So let's see. She played 2 and 2, and yeah, that wasn't enough. So she has 2, and she's going to buy Wingardium Leviosa. She's going to assign 4 to Mr. Fenrir. So now it is Ms. Granger. Let's draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Miss Granger draws a Dark Arts card. Inquisitorial Squad. Active hero puts a detention in their hand. Then all heroes lose 1 heart for each detention in hand. Okay, so she loses 1 heart. Brilliant. Okay. Choose any one of the house dice and roll it. We're going to roll the green one. And we rolled an attack. Each one gets a lightning bolt. We're going to gain 1 attack. And we have 2 Alohomoras with which we can't do anything, so they just go away. So we're going to put 4 on Mr. Greyback and he dies. Oh, sorry. He was active, wasn't he? We should not have received additional. We shouldn't have been able to heal. Okay, so we're just going to make everybody stunned. And add 2 to the location. He goes away. But we can't really get anything for it. So we're going to go to the next location as a penalty because I completely missed that. She loses 2 of her cards. Okay, she loses this. Okay, sorry, that was stupid. What have we got? Norbert. Active hero loses 1 heart plus 1 additional heart for each detention in hand. Okay, so nothing happens because they're both stunned. Active hero loses, reveal an additional dark arts. All heroes reveal the top card of their deck. If it is no. Yes, we discard it, but it means we just gain 1 attack. And we reveal 1 more, and we add 1. Okay, so yeah. Okay. We gain 1 and 1 for the Quidditch gear in Hermione's hand. We gain 1 and we look at the top card of the deck and we see what it is. And we're gonna not do this. And we're gonna gain 1 Alohomora. Which means we have 3, which doesn't do anything, so we're going to just attack Norbert. Go back to 10 and draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've no idea how we're going to do this thing, 3rd floor corridor. Oh, we should have done this as well. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we draw 2 cards. Active hero loses 2 hearts, we're stunned, nothing happens, and active hero loses 1 and we reveal an additional card. All heroes choose 1, discard an item or lose 2. Yeah, we're just gonna lose 2. Gain 1. 1 hero gains 2 and we get to roll the yellow die. Each one gets an attack. Gain 1 and 1 heart. Does anybody have no? So we gain 1. And we roll the red die. Let's see what this gives us. And everybody draws a card. And we draw a spell, Alohomora. So we have 2 with which we can't do anything, but we're going to assign 4 to Norbert. Go back to 10. One, 2, 3. Okay, let's see. We draw 2 cards. One is Avada Kedavra. Active hero loses 3 hearts. Second card is all heroes lose 2. Then we draw the 3rd card, which is add 1 to the location. Active hero loses 1 heart and discards a card. Yeah. Lose 1 card or discard a card for each item. Okay, so now it's going to get interesting. First of all, we're going to remove this and we're going to heal. And we're going to heal ourselves. Then we're going to gain 1 and 1. And each of us is going to draw a card. Then we're going to gain 1. Then we're going to gain 1. We did play an item, so we gain 1 attack, and we get to roll the blue die. Let's see what the blue die does for us. And it gives us a heart. It gives everyone a heart, I should say. So we played 2 allies. If we were now to... Okay, we're going to risk it. We're going to draw a card. Hopefully it's an item. It's not, but we could draw 1 more, and we're going to draw 1 more. No, we're going to take the 2, and we're going to buy the Marauder's map, which is also a card draw card. Good. Goes away. We have 2 attack, which we're going to assign to Norbert. 2, 4, 6. Norbert is dead. You draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hermione Granger. Active hero chooses another hero to lose 2. Second card, all heroes lose 2. And then third card, active hero loses 1 and adds 1 to the location. Active hero loses 1 and discards a card. We like this because then we get 1 heart back and we get 1 automatic attack. For each item, choose 1. Discard a card or... Yes, we are going to discard 2 cards, which gives us 2 and 2. Draw, play 1, get 1, gain 1. And gain 2. We're going to assign this 4, 6, 7. Did we play anything with an even value? No, we didn't. 2 we can't do anything with. They go away. It is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Luna's turn. Luna draws a card. She is stunned. We add 1, 2. We draw the second card, which adds 1 to the location. And then we're going to draw a third card, and all heroes lose 2 and cannot gain hearts this turn. Okay, goodly. So she is stunned, so she loses this, and she loses half her cards. In addition, oops. She's going to drop this card for a Lord Voldemort. And she gains 1, but that's not the point. We're looking at the top card. That's what we really want to do. And we're going to discard it. And then we're going to gain 2 attacks, and we're going to assign them to 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 1 to Fluffy and 1 to the Death Eater. And we're now going to draw up to 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw 2 cards. No. Add 1 to the location. Okay. Active hero loses 1, so we are overrun. And we discard 1 card. I'm going to discard this. Okay, so we have 4. Okay, we remove 1 from the location. Brilliant. No, actually, we're not overrun because this is only at the end of the turn. So we're not overrun because we can discard 1 from the location. So we have, we're going to play this and we're going to banish this card, which means it allows us to draw 1 more card. Now we have 3 Alohumoras, 4. And for 4 we are going to not get anything because we don't have anything, but we did play 4, so this means we gain 1, and we're going to assign this to him, and Luna gains 1 too. Good. And did we play any even? Yeah, we did. So Luna is a 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we discarded a card. Good. So, Luna's turn. 1 card. All heroes lose 1 heart, and we add 1 to the location. And we lose 1 more because of the Death Eater. And the second one, active hero loses 2 hearts, and all other heroes lose 1 heart. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will allow us to remove 1 from the location, and we're going to add 1 to the Death Eater, who is now at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's now at 7, and he's dead. Okay. Now it's Hermione again. She draws 2 cards. 1. The next hero loses 2 hearts and add 1 to the location. Active hero loses 1 heart and discards 1 card. Which we like. If we discard this card, gain 1 and 1 heart. And we're going to discard 1 more because of him. And that's cool. So we gain 2 hearts, and we gain 1 more. So we have 4 that we can attack him with. But we have, I mean, this one is really difficult. You really, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You really need a lot of card draw to make this one work. So I just checked something, and you cannot assign anything to Lord Voldemort as long as there are encounters in play. So we'll see. I don't know whose turn it is now. Probably Luna. Okay. The previous hero loses 1 heart and discards a card. Oh yes, let's discard a card, which gives us 1 heart back and 1 attack, and all heroes lose 1 heart and cannot draw extra cards. Okay. We remove 1, but we can't draw an extra card, which is not good. We gain 1 attack, and we cannot draw a card. Draw 2 cards. We can't. Oh, sorry. And we discard a card. Yeah, so we can discard this card because it doesn't make any difference. So 1, 2, 3, We get 3 in total, which we can't use. So they go away, and we can't assign anything anyway, so nothing happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. First card. Mors Mordre. We attack. We do this and this and this. And second, active hero loses 2. Then we lose 1 and we discard a card. And as I said, we like discarding cards because it gives us something back. So we gain, which doesn't really do anything because we can't assign anything to him. So yeah. Okay, so we're gonna gain 1 and 1. Gonna gain 1 and 1 red die, and it's money. And then we're going to gain 1. Anyone hero gains 2 hearts. Yup. We played 3 cards with even values, so she gains 3 hearts. And we're going to roll the yellow die. And it's a heart. Okay, so that was semi-successful because we can't spend money. And we don't fulfill anything, and we've got 3 attacks that we can't assign. All here. Okay, so now we are overrun. There is no way. Second card. All heroes choose 1, discard a spell, or lose 2 health. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoopsie. Okay, so we make the choice first. We're going to lose 2 health and we're going to hope for the best. We play 1. We play 2 and draw a card, which allows us to retrieve 2 hearts. Did we do him? No, we didn't. Okay, so we're going to discard this anyway and lose 1 health. So now we're going to do this, draw 1 card. So we have now 1. Pensive gives us 1 and draw a card. Okay, 1 and 2 hearts, and the green die. Money. Luna gives us 1. We played an item, so we also get 1 attack, which doesn't help us at all, and we're going to roll the blue die. And it's an attack for everyone, but that doesn't help. Because again, we have 5 now. We're going to get Nymphadora Tonks. Yeah, for what it's worth. Is there anything? Oh no, yeah, 5, yeah. Drawing cards would be cool now. Okay, so nothing happens. We can't assign this to anyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. We draw the first card. Active hero chooses another hero to lose 2. Second card. Active hero loses 1. Third card. Active hero puts a detention in their hand. And then she loses 1 heart. Okay. So let's see. We have, 2 spells, 2 items. Okay, we can solve this. So we're going to play this card. Doesn't do anything, but it's played. Detention, we gain 1. Sorry, we gain 1 for the time turner. Remove from the location, can't play it, but it doesn't matter. Gain 1. We can play it, but it has no effect. We gain another 1. 1 and 1. So for this one, we're actually going to get 2 hearts back because we can't attack yet. We have 5. We're going to buy this card. It's a time turner, so we put the spell on top of our deck. We have played 1 ally, 2 allies, 1, 2 spells, and 1, 2 items in 1 turn. So we solve the 3rd floor mystery. We have to attack, which we can't use because it's the end of our turn. Only then do we take this away. This is how I read this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So next up is Luna Lovegood. She draws 1 card. Active hero loses 1 heart. Second card. All heroes lose 1 for each card in hand with a value of exactly 3. She loses 1. Hermione loses 1. And then she draws her 3rd card, which is active hero loses 1 heart and discards 1 card. She loses this card. Then she is she loses another and discards 1 card. And she's going to discard her specs. And then she's going to play Dobby, draw a card. 1, gain 1 and draw a card. Gain 1, draw a card. Gain 2. So she's got 2 coins, which she can't use, but she can assign 3 to Lord Voldemort. And she will be stunned on her next round. Oh no, she actually got back 2 because she drew a card. She may not be quite stunned. Or actually, she's going to not do this, but gives a 2 to Hermione instead. Hermione draws 1 card. All heroes reveal, first of all we have to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top card, it is not a, oh it is, so this gets discarded and she loses 2 hearts, so now she is stunned, 1 goes here, and she loses 2 cards, does she have, we're just gonna, discard these. Hermione's top card has more than 1, so she loses 2 hearts. Then she loses 1 heart, and she regains 1 and gets 1 attack because she discarded a card. Then she loses 1 heart because of His Highness, and she discards a card as well, so she gets back her heart and she gets an additional attack. So now we're talking. Let's see, we have Descendo, 2. George Weasley, 1. And roll the red die. And we gain money. Oh, actually, did we do 2? No, we didn't. The second one is all heroes reveal the top card of their decks. If it is a spell, it is. We discard it. We lose 2 hearts, but we gain 1 back, and we gain 1 additional for her. We know it isn't because we just read it. Oh, it is. So she loses, but it doesn't matter. So, gain 1. Gain 1. So we have plenty of attack values. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's dead. And we also get to remove this as the gravy from the location. So we defeated him. Wow. I have to say, I really love what they've done with the game. The game now, I mean, okay, as we saw, it was a slow game in terms of we were able to build up our deck because we didn't have Fenrir Greyback come out very early on. Because the problem with him is he stops you from healing. So very, very soon, your heroes will start to be stunned, and then you add more and more influence, dark influence, to the location, and then it spirals out of control very, very, very quickly. If he comes out on a later turn, let's say if he's you have 3 villains out, depending on who the other ones are. If it's he and Barty Crouch in one go, that's deadly. But if he comes out, let's say, as the 5th villain, you have probably gained enough strong cards to get rid of him really, really quickly, so that you can keep this under control. And of course, the flying lessons are really important because sometimes there are no cards that you want to buy because you don't want them, or you want another player to get them because of the synergies that they generate if they are held by somebody else. So for example, Luna having Quidditch gear doesn't do anything for her because, well, she could still use the ability of the card. But as we saw, we had Quidditch gear here, and it did generate nice, nice synergies between them. So you might have money, but you can't buy anything because maybe there isn't anything for 2, which does happen, or the cards that are there you don't want those, or because you have Miss Umbridge out, who will actually penalize you for buying expensive cards, so you don't want to do this just now. You can use your money to remove influence from the location, which is really, really helpful. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Then, of course, now with her new ability, where Hermione gives people attacks and not money when she plays 4 or more spells, although we didn't really use that often because she didn't really play that many spells in this game. Is a very nice change of pace as well, and really required 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I like this detention thingy. First of all, it clogs up your hand, but you can get rid of them, and Detergo also allows you to get rid of other maybe items you don't want anymore, and if you do, then you get to draw a card, so that's really cool. And I like the new monsters and creatures. I think that they are really interesting, but what really, really got me are these encounters. I mean, the last one, really, play 2 allies, 2 items, and 2 spells in one turn. I've played games where this would have been not a problem at all, but you saw it this time round, it was really, really difficult to get them out and to get this going. But because we had a slow start where we could build up the game and the decks nicely, I think that helped. So I'm really, really happy about this. I think they put in a lot of thought to make an excellent game even better. And I have done it already, but I will do it again. I can really, really recommend this game. A lot of the time, you can end up with people in power thinking, oh, we've got this franchise, and Harry Potter is arguably one of the biggest franchises ever. We can just put in anything. You know, any game that we put Harry Potter on, the name on, will sell like hotcakes. And you would probably be right. You could probably sell even a really bad game with initially very high numbers of sales, and then, you know, it doesn't really matter because you've made your money, so you're good. But I think it's quite visible that Ms. Rowling exercises quite a lot of caution when it comes to how her franchise is being used. I saw an interview with her once, how she was talking about what people were suggesting she should be doing, you know, what kind of stuff she should be bringing out, and they were making all kinds of suggestions. And some of them had to do with, having a theme park. And she said that this was quite interesting because she could tell that some of these people in the room really got Harry Potter, and they really got what the stories were about in her mind. And others really didn't. So she said some, not necessarily in that area, but there was one group of people who wanted her to get rubber stamp Moaning Myrtle toilet seats. Now, for those of you who haven't read the books, Moaning Myrtle is a ghost of a girl, and spoilers, who was killed when the Chamber of Secrets was opened by Tom Riddle, and the basilisk found its way into the school and basically killed her because she looked at it, and as we all know, if you look at a basilisk directly, you die. You unfortunately also don't remember how you die, because when they find out that she has, or when they make the connection that she was probably a victim, and they ask her what happened, she doesn't remember. She just says, well, I looked around the corner or something, and then I died. Or she came out of the cubicle in the toilet that she's now haunting, and she basically died. You know, she's quite proud of herself, but she said, and then I died. And they were like, yeah, well, quite exasperated. How did you die? Well, I don't remember. But, you know, she's like, you know, toilet seats about Moaning Myrtle. Moaning Myrtle is actually a tragic character, you know, so you don't make toilet seats with Moaning Myrtle on them, because that's not what this is about. And so I know that she takes, she exercises great influence over her franchise and decides how the franchise should be, or what you can do with it. And I think this really shows. And I'm pretty sure that she would have at least had someone who is close to her, if she didn't do it herself, look at this and go, okay, yeah, we can condone this and the way you're treating the game, because they are really, really treating it very respectfully. So, like I said, if you are into if you enjoy Harry Potter, you should really get this game, even if you're not maybe the biggest gamer of them all. If you can abide card games, do get it, because I think it's a really, really nice addition, and it's also a nice gateway game. And you can play this with non-gamers, I believe, and you can play this with kids. And you should really go and check it out, because a fan or not, this is one of the best games out there, and also one that I can recommend to serious gamers who like Harry Potter and who are very experienced. You will still find something in there that will appeal to you and that will make for a good evening's entertainment. And you don't need the expansion. The base game is super as it is. But if you can get the expansion, I recommend you do. And I recommend that you take the journey of the wizards, starting in year 1 and going through their whole wizarding career at Hogwarts. And I wish you all a pleasant rest of the day and have a great start into 2019.